Good morning, Aries. This is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you have been here before, welcome back. If you are new to the channel, what I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. The 1st of June Aries video had a lot of viewings and comments because apparently there's a bunch of you Aries that could potentially be famous. So, looks like somebody's going to be celebrating. 3 of Cups is my celebration card. So, maybe some of you who thought you were going to be famous have gotten the word from whoever. Let's see what else is going on. Because, well, and if I remember correctly, you were waiting on the pipeline to start flowing money because you had stuff to do. And so if you've got the celebration card coming out, then maybe that means there's something to celebrate. And the world card, oh, that's always a good sign. So there's some major movement, major positive movement in your life right at the moment. So what else is going on with Aries? I feel like that one wants to come out. King of Wands. Okay, so that would be, well, one that could be well, that is your card. Okay, I believe that is the Aries card, but it's in reverse. So why are you in reverse at the moment? Let me keep going. There's 2 cards that just fell out. The Magician. Oh my gosh. And the Page of Wands. Okay, so there's something about okay, let me get one more card. You're celebrating, you've got the World card, but the King of Wands and the Page of Wands are both in reverse, and the Magician. So it's like you have manifested something, but something's still holding you back. I mean, what? How can you be well, I don't know. You know what the feeling is like, this is the feeling that I'm getting. You've got the 3 of Cups, you've got the World, you've got the Magician, you've got some major good stuff going down. But it's like, I feel like you are not moving forward until you go back and get the person that you want on this trip with you. So it's just like this feeling. It's like, I feel like I'm seeing you guys grab somebody's hand and going, come on, I don't want to take this trip or this journey without you. And it's like you're grabbing a hold of them and you're like, I'm not going anywhere without you, is the feeling that I'm getting. So it's like you're ready to celebrate, you're ready to get this show on the road, you've manifested some amazing stuff, but you're not doing it alone. You're not moving forward alone. You have got somebody that you want to take on this magnificent carpet ride with you. Let me get one more. Let me get at least one. Let's see if that makes sense with what's coming out. So the 3 of Swords came out, but I don't know if it was in reverse or I feel like I wasn't paying attention to how it fell down. I feel like that is like the 3 of Swords in reverse. So that has something to do with, one, you're no longer working with a broken heart, or maybe you went back to take the person, maybe you broke somebody's heart, somebody broke your heart. Maybe that's the person you're going back for. Let's see. If I can get my hands around them. And the Ace of Cups. Okay. So it's a new beginning, a new emotional beginning. So to me, it feels like you are moving forward, majorly moving forward, but you are not going on this trip alone. You are taking somebody very important with you in your life, and it's somebody that either you broke their heart or they broke your heart, and it is no longer a broken heart. And maybe that's one of the reasons you are able to move forward, is because you finally got out of that stage of feeling like you were brokenhearted, and you were able to, move the wheel forward, move the world. I mean, it's like everything about this is all good, but it's just kind of like this feeling of like, I'm not doing this alone. I'm not going this alone. I'm taking the people or the person that helped me get here. I'm taking that person with me on this trip, on this magical trip that I am getting ready to go on. So let's get your emotions here. So what emotions are you currently feeling? I'm thinking it's all good. You are not feeling jealous anymore, because you are staring the world in the face. So it's kind of like you don't have any reason to be jealous of anybody else anymore. You know what? This is okay. December of 2018 for you, Aries. A lot of you might want to go back and revisit that. I'll stick that in the playlist, or I'll stick it in the description for this, because I am talking to people and noticing that there is, like 6 months ago, I did a video and it said people have a reason to be jealous of you. And I feel like that's coming back around. And it was like you had maybe it was a certain group of you had some good stuff going on and you had some stuff to clear out, but I feel like that whole thing is coming around again. It's like you're not jealous of anybody anymore. It's like everybody's going to be jealous of you because of what you have manifested. But that's the one thing. It's just like, it feels like you're like, I'm not doing this alone. I feel like you went back and you're like going back to the manager that was the first person that ever believed in you. And you're like going, you know what? Or the teacher or whoever the person is that you feel is like the person that helped you get to this point. It's like you're going back and saying, hey, I'm in this place because of you, and I want you to go on this ride with me, or I want you to be included in on this because you are the reason I am where I am now. You were the person that believed in me, and I want you to get credit for this journey that I'm getting ready to go on, because I wouldn't be going on this journey if it wasn't for you in the first place. So I feel like it's like you're like, I'm giving credit where credit is due. And that's why these wands are in reverse. It's like, because you're not going anywhere until you collect the people that belong on this ride of a lifetime with you. Whew. Okay, what other emotions are you? Let's now. Oop, that one flipped over. Sad. Why are you sad? Unhappy, joyless, dejected. That doesn't match up with any of this. Why would you be feeling sad? Oh, because because there are people that you are leaving behind. While there is somebody special that you are taking with you on this trip, you are sad that there are some people that will not be going on this trip with you. Maybe people that you had in your life for a very long time, and you realize that they are no longer in your vibration. They no longer think like you do. Maybe you have unplugged from the matrix and they have not, and you're sad that some of the people that maybe you were best friends with for a long time, or maybe family members or something like that. You're sad that some of the people that were in your life for a long time are not going to be invited on this kind of like trip of a lifetime that you're getting ready to go on. And so that's got you a little up in your feels at the moment. Happy, you're feeling very happy. That totally makes sense, along with the Three of Cups as a celebration card. What else is going on? What else is going on emotionally with you guys? Since I'm having a throat chakra activation, I feel like you're nervous about speaking up. Well, it could be you're nervous about speaking up with the people that, okay, so this is, okay, I feel like I'm hearing the word entourage. I feel like there's all of these people that think they are going to be in your entourage now that you have kind of made it, or maybe become famous, or on the verge of becoming famous. And I feel like I'm watching that show that used to be on HBO or Showtime or whatever, Entourage. And there's like this whole group of people that are like going, oh, we're going to get to go. We're going to get to go. And that's where the throat chakra activation is, because you're going to have to sit down and have a talk with some of them and go, yeah, I'm sorry. You're fired because I can't trust you, and I knew I couldn't trust you, and you're not going on this trip with me because you don't deserve it. Or you never believed in me in the first place, and you're not going on this trip with me because I finally got smart about who you really were. So I feel like that's where that throat chakra activation is there's going to have to be a serious conversation with some people that they're kind of like going, you know, yes, there's a big celebration going on, and there's a whole lot of people that think they're going to be going along with you on your coattails, but you're kind of like, no, there's only a handful of hand-picked people that are going with me on this journey, and I'm sorry to say you're not one of them. And that is where that throat chakra activation is because you don't like letting people down. And you're going to have a hard conversation with some people about, I'm sorry, but you're not included on this, whatever, you know, you're not included on this journey, whatever the journey is. What else are you feeling? I feel like that one wanted to come out. Trusting. Okay, so you are trusting now your intuition. You are trusting that you are going to bring the right people along. And I feel like that's where this kind of like shift has gone, is because you maybe had some of the wrong people in your life in the past, but you've smartened up somewhere along the line, and you've realized that you trusted some people that you shouldn't have. And you are now trusting that you are going to make better decisions about, who's going to be involved. And I also feel like I am seeing, you hear about like famous movie stars or whoever that had their accountants that embezzled like all of this money or whatever. And it's like you're protecting yourself and making sure you don't end up with that. And so if you have any inkling of anybody in the world that might stab you in the back, you are getting rid of them and having a talk with them. Man, look at this. And this got you kind of freaked out because there's going to be some bad blood about this. And it's kind of, I also feel like it's kind of putting a sour note on this celebration. Holy cow. This is a major throat chakra activation that's going on. So you are a little freaked out, and you're a little freaked out about how they're going to handle this, of like, they are expecting to go with you on this new fantastic journey that's happening, and you're like kind of worried about how this is all going to go down, and it's turning a very happy situation into something that's not, that's a little sad for you. So if in case that 3 of Swords was in the upright, because remember I said it fell on the floor and I didn't pay attention to how I grabbed it or how it was when it landed on the floor. If that is or was in the upright, you could also consider that is as you are realizing you're going to have to break some people's hearts. And that could be, it could be in the upright or could be in the reverse. So take that for however it resonates. Hateful, yeah, that goes along with this feeling there along with the heartbreak. There's going to be some people very angry about this conversation of you going, yeah, sorry, you're not going to be part of my entourage because I caught you doing this, or I've known about this for a while and I just didn't have the guts to say anything, or whatever the case is. You know who I'm talking about. If there is anybody in your life that you have had a gut feeling about of like, I don't know if I can trust them or not, you need to pay attention to that. And you need to remove them from your life, because your things are going to change for you, and you do not need anybody in your life that you cannot trust. Whew. This took a different turn than I thought it was going to. Free. So you're not totally free and off the hook just yet, because you haven't had this conversation yet. This is coming up. Man, I cannot believe the throat chakra activation that just happened in the middle of that. Okay, so let me think here. What question do I want to ask next that will help you through this situation? That will help you be strong about this thing that needs to happen. That also makes sense about the wands being in reverse. So this could go two ways. I mean, it could go both ways, or it could go one way or the other. It could be that you're not moving forward until you remove certain people from your life, or certain people are not moving forward with you, or you're going back and picking up. Like I said, I felt like there were certain people that you were like going, you know what, you were here from the beginning, and I want to make sure you go along with me, and I'm not going on this journey without you. But there's also the same aspect of, and oh, by the way, you and you are not going on the journey with me, because you all are not part of my entourage like you always thought you were. So this is a twofold thing. It's either you're bringing some people along with you, and you're like, I'm not going anywhere without you because you're the reason I'm here. And then you're getting rid of some people that you got that feeling of like, they're just going to be hanging off of my coattails and dragging me down. So you're not completely free and ready to go anywhere yet, because there's some hard conversations that need to happen. And I feel like I'm like seeing like shaking off dead weight, and there's some dead weight that's getting ready to get shaken off of this whole thing. Man, this did not turn out at all the way I thought it was going to. Let's see what blocks that you could be currently working with that might help you have these hard conversations. What blocks are you currently working with that, if you know what you're working with, might make this next phase a little easier? Okay, so the muse is inspiration. How is inspiration a block? So I feel like you're struggling with some of the people used to be your inspiration. Okay, so this is what I want to say. Just because they were inspiration for you 5 years ago does not mean that they would be inspiring to you now. If you are vibrationally in a different spot now than you were with somebody 5 years ago, you need to let that go and realize that people change, you've changed, maybe they've stayed the same, and they are no longer an inspiration to you. So don't let the fact of that they might have been somebody and good for your journey and your growth at one time, that doesn't mean they are meant to still be there now. All right, what else is going on? What's a block for you guys right now that you need to be aware of to help you through this next phase? I feel like that one wants to come out. Spring. Okay, so that's something about timing. I also feel like that is a matter of some people are just automatically going to fall off. What am I getting from that? Timing. I feel like I want to say don't rush into this next section of your life or your journey. Really don't spring into action too fast. All right, spring. That's a block. Don't spring. Don't spring in to this next phase so fast that you don't have everything covered. Make sure you have all your ducks in a row, that you have everything planned, and just I feel like I'm wanting to say just go slow. The answer is yes. So that just fell out. The answer is yes. Go slow. I feel like you have been waiting for this next stage of the journey to happen for so long. It's like you want to rush into it really, really fast. But the universe is like, don't rush in. Take your time. Enjoy this next part, whether it's 6 months or whatever, because everything is about to change. And once it changes, you can't go back, because remember when I said the beginning of June, there were a lot of you that were going to possibly be famous. If you become famous and you suddenly have paparazzi or something following you around and your life changes, it could change negatively too. So take this next step and just enjoy the journey. Don't be rushing to get to the next part so fast that you miss out on what's coming. And winter. So there's a lot of stuff about timing. I feel like it's like, take your time. Don't spring forward. Don't rush this next portion of the journey. Whatever it is, enjoy this time for what it is. Take it a day at a time. Don't be thinking, there's a, okay, I had the thought, take it 24 hours at a time. Just enjoy where you're at right now, because so many people are like, when I get here, I'm going to be happy. When I get here, 6 months from now, when I get that big fat check, I'm going to be happy. When I get that house, I'm going to be happy. When I get this, I'm going to be happy. Check yourself now and make sure that you are happy now. Because if you are not happy now, you're not going to be happy with what you think is coming down the pike, and you're not going to be in any different place. So just make sure that you enjoy this journey and that you're not sitting there going and worrying about 6 months from now. 24, 48 hours is good. Be in the present moment. Okay. That's what they're trying to say, is make sure you are in the present moment and you are not living so far off into the future that you are missing out on the joy of today. That sounds like very cliche, sorry, but that is what they are saying, is make sure you are enjoying now and not living so far off in the future that you're not enjoying now, the present. Okay, what else is a block? Regret. What would you be regretting? I feel like that goes along with don't regret. Don't, if you don't live in the present moment, you're going to regret that you didn't enjoy this next phase of the journey. So just make sure that you enjoy it and don't regret, I don't want all of those. Let's get one more and see what happens. My God, this is 24 minutes long. How the hell do I make these so long? This was in reverse, so your dark night of the soul is over. So that's always a good sign. All right, let me get a few last things because I didn't realize this was running so far into time. But I do get more views on my Aries usually, so I guess it's okay to give you guys really long ones. These are daily positive thoughts and affirmations. So this is going to be last call from the universe, or last words of advice from the universe about this next phase of the journey that they are telling you to enjoy, unpack people that don't need to be there, and take the people that you want along with you. And this is what this next phase is going to be, is like letting go and bringing in and kind of reformulating some stuff, because it feels like obviously the World card came out and you're celebrating something, so something major is happening. So what is it? Talk to me here. Good grief. Okay. My mind, my body is healthy, my mind is brilliant, my soul is at peace. I make every day count and live life with passion. So I think that goes along with making sure that you are living in the present moment. This one came out. I let go of worries that drain my energy for no good return. Today I focus on being the absolute best version of me. I am energized and excited about my day because I am free. I let go of the past. I don't worry about the future. I live in the present moment and I am happy. All right. What else? You know, I mean, they just told you right there. I live in the present moment. I don't worry about the future, and I let go of the past. I am happy. That is the, like, and I feel like this is for the next 6 months. Almost. I mean, this is for the second half of June, but this energy that is coming out for this whole reading feels like it's for this next 6 months of the journey. This is what you're looking at. So take that into mind. This is more than just the second half of June. This whole reading feels like it's for the next 6 months overview. All right, I'll see you guys 1st of July and we'll see what's going on. Bye.